morning students. So we discussed in the last class some problems based on the gravitational force, so gravitational law, and so today discuss the another topic, so that is the geostationary satellites. So geostationary satellites, who is the, or that is called as a geostationary satellites. So that means the artificial satellite. The artificial satellite whose the time period is equal to the time period of rotation of the earth. Time period of rotation of the earth is called as a geostationary satellites. And that means భూమి యొక్క ఉపగ్రహాలు అని మనం పిలుస్తాం. That means the rotation of the earth, and so the time period of revolution of the artificial satellites. The time period of revolution of artificial satellites is equal to the time period of rotation of the earth. Time period of rotation of the earth. Okay, so that main reason is the revolving around the, okay, so the artificial satellites revolving around the planet or earth is equal to the rotation of the earth. So that is the 24 hours, okay, for one day. So that satellites is called as a geostationary satellites. That is called. Okay. That means so manaku satellites revolving avutundi. Deni chuttu sir ante earth chuttu. That time period is 24 hours. And the rotation of the earth is also 24 hours. These satellites is called as a geostationary satellites. And so what is the main function? So what is the use of this satellites? So first of all, the time period is 24 hours, and so main uses of, okay, identify the minerals and natural resource inside on okay, surface of the earth. Okay, so natural resource and minerals, okay, etc. identified. Okay, identification. So inside of the earth or on surface of the earth also. Okay, and so the size and shape of the earth is also identified. Size and shape of the earth, and also to find out the atmosphere. Okay, so atmosphere changes in the atmosphere on surface of the earth, and so forecast change in the atmosphere. So etc. main uses, so TV signals, okay, so cell phone signals due to the artificial satellites, that is called as a geostationary satellites. So that is also artificial satellites. So the artificial satellites is revolving around the planet, so is equal to the rotation of the earth. So that is called as a geostationary satellites. That artificial satellites is also called as a geostationary satellites. The time period of that satellites is 24 hours. And so what is the main function? So what is the uses of the satellites? So use the identify the minerals and natural resource inside on surface of the earth, and changes in the atmosphere to identify, and so natural resource identify, and so the signals, TV signals or etc. So signals, okay, radio signals, so etc. by using of the satellites. Okay, so this is the main purpose of the satellites. Okay, got it. So and also we discussed in a last class, okay, so the height, so GH on surface of the earth, so GH is equal 1 minus 2h by r into g. Okay, so 1 minus 2h by r into g. This is called as a on surface of the earth. Okay, so height. And depth taken, d is equal 1 minus d by r into g. Okay, so these two equations already to find out the last class. So gh is equal on surface of the earth, the acceleration due to gravity. So g is equal 1 minus 2h by r into g. And also, so depth taken, so that is the acceleration due to gravity, and depth d is g d is equal 1 minus d by r into g. Okay. So you know we have now taken, so the height, same depth. This is called as a planet or earth. Okay, this is the center of the earth. And so the depth is taken, something depth, that is the d. So same height, that is the h. Okay. Now, so the question is same depth and the object is going to the same depth and same height. So which is greater? Or that means G D is greater GH or GH greater GD. Okay. So the object is go to same height, same depth. Earth is a height way. For example, the object is taken 10 kilometers above the surface of the earth and same 10 kilometers of the object is placed depth d. Okay, so that means the same height, same depth. If the condition is taken, same height, same depth. Okay, so GH is equal 1 minus 2h by r into g. GD is equal 1 minus d by r into g. So GH is equal 1 minus 2h. H is equal to d substituting 2d by r into g. So GD is equal to 1 minus d by r into g. Okay. So both equations are comparing 1 minus 2d by r, 1 minus d by r into g. These two equations are comparing. So GD is greater than GH. Okay. So both cases are given that information. That is the reason the object is going to the same height, same depth. So the GD is greater than GH. GD is greater than, that means acceleration due to gravity at a depth d is greater than acceleration due to gravity at the same height. Okay, got it. The two places are at the same height from the mean sea level, and one is the mountain, another is in air. At which place will G be greater? State the reason for your answer. Okay. So if the two places are at the same height from the sea level, okay, and one is taken mountain, another is taken, so one is taken mountain, another is taken, so air, in air. Okay. So the object or the two places are at the same height from sea level, and one is taken mountain, another is taken air. At which the place, so G value is greater. G means acceleration due to gravity. So G is equal on surface of the earth. G is equal to Gm by R square. R square. Okay. So M is equal. That is the density is depending on. So density is equal mass per unit volume. So mass is equal rho into V. So M is equal rho. Rho is nothing but 4 by 3 pi r. That is the volume is taken. So volume, that is the sphere. So the sphere is a homogeneous uniform sphere is taken. So that means rho into 4 by 3 pi r cube is taken. Now substitute in the equation. So G is equal to G into rho into 4 by 3 pi r cube by r square. Okay. So r cancel. So remaining equation G is equal to G into rho into 4 by 3 pi r is taken. Okay, so G is the constant and 4 by 3 also constant. Pi is also constant. So remaining equation G is directly proportional rho. So pi is constant, R is the constant, G is also constant. So remaining equation we can write G is directly proportional rho. Okay, the acceleration due to gravity is depending on the density. Okay, so here the density of the mountain is more than that of the density in a air. Okay, so that particular condition, so the G is greater than mountain compared to the air. Okay, got it. So G is depending on the density. So the mountain density is more than that of compared to the air. So that means the G value is greater than compared to the air. Okay, got it? So now again problem, 3 uniform spheres, each of mass is m and radius capital R, kept in such a way that each touches the other two. Find the magnitude of gravitational force on any one of the sphere due to the other two. Okay, so now to find out the gravitational force on any one of the sphere due to the another two. Okay, so given that information, three uniform spheres. What is the uniform spheres? So uniform means equal. Okay, so each of mass is considered m and radius is capital R. Okay, so they kept in such a way that so one is touches to the another two. Okay, so now here consider. So this is called as a one touch to another two. Okay. So here taken that is called as a uniform spheres. Each touches to another two. Find the gravitational. So now consider. Okay. And so the radius is taken r that is equal to r 2r. So mass m because that is the uniform spheres. Each of mass m and radius is capital R. Okay. So the angle. So that is means uniform spheres. So the angle is taken theta is equal 60 degrees. Okay, got it. So three masses M. Okay, so uniform spheres, mass m and radius is r and one touch to another. Okay, so find the magnitude of the force, okay, gravitational force of any one to another. Okay, so here taken that is called as a mass of is taken, that is F is equal, general equation we can write, that is the gravitational force. F is equal G m1 m2 by r square. Okay, F is equal. So now first of all is taken F1 is taken any one. F1 is equal G m1 m2. So mass is taken, for example these two. So mass is same m and m. So m is means m, that is m. So m into m square by r square. R square means here taken, that is the total distance. Here radius of the first sphere, the radius of the second sphere, total radius of here taken 2r. So the 2r square. So G m square by 4r square. This is called as a F1. And now to find out the F1, F2 is also same equation because that is called as uniform sphere. So uniform mass, uniform radius, so that does not change the equation, does not change the force. So F1 is equal, F2 is equal, F3, that is equal F same. Okay, so this is called as a F. Okay, so Gm by 4r square. So between these two, F is equal Gm by 4r square. So between these two, so force F is equal Gm square by 4r square. Okay, so the force any two spheres is equal because these uniform spheres and the radius r and mass is m, same. Now, so to find out the magnitude of the gravitational force. So magnitude of the gravitational force F is equal under root of F1 square plus F2 square plus 2 F1 F2 cos theta. Okay, so this is called as a magnitude of the gravitational force. Magnitude of F is equal. So here F1, that means here F is the same because these two F same. So that means here taken, so F1 is equal, F2 is equal, F3 is equal, so that is a F. Okay, so now substituting in the equation, so F square 2 F cos 60 degrees is taken. Okay, cos 60. So F square, here means cos 60. Cos 60 is equal 1 by 2, substituting. So F is equal under root of F1 square, F2 square, 2 F1. So that means F, these are all equal. F into cos 60 is equal 1 by 2. So 2 are cancelled. So F cos 60, so cos 60 is equal 1 by 2, so 1 by 2 substituting. So F is equal F square plus f square plus f square. So that is equal, f is equal 3f square under root. Okay, so that means f is equal root that is resultant magnitude. Find the magnitude of the gravitational force of any one space with the other. So f is equal, okay, or resultant r is equal. We can write that is the resultant also we can write. Okay, so that is the f. So resultant r is equal. So resultant r is equal root 3 into f. So r is equal root 3 f. F is means the gravitational force between the two spheres. That is called as a, already to find out the g m square by 4 r square. Okay, so that is called as a resultant gravitational force of any one two spheres to another two under root of 3 g m square by 4 r square. Okay. Right. So listen to here. Two satellites are revolving around the Earth at different heights. Two satellites are revolving around the Earth, at different heights. The ratio of the orbital speed 2:1. If one of them is at a height of 100 kilometers, so what is the height of the short line? If one of them is a height of 100 kilometers, what is the height of the short line? And given that information, the ratio of the orbital speed. So ratio of the orbital speed, so that is called as a V1 is to 2 is equal 2 is to 1 is given. Okay, two satellites are revolving around the Earth. Okay, different heights. So that is means given orbital velocity. So V0 is equal to root of g m by r plus h. Okay, so already we know that orbital velocity V0 is equal to root of g m by r plus h. Okay, now if taken, so the two short lines, So the two sharp sides. So that is the V naught 1 is equal under root of G M by R plus H1 is taken. Okay, and so V naught 2 is equal to G M by R plus H2 is taken. Okay, so equation 1 and equation 2. So equation 1 divided in with respect to equation 2. Okay, and under root of GMO by R plus H1 under root of GMO by R plus H2 is taken. Okay, so V naught 1 by V naught 2 is equal. So GM are cancelled. So remaining equation R plus H2 by R plus H1 under root. Okay, so these are two reverses. GM are cancelled. R plus H2 by R plus H1. So both sides squaring is taken. So V naught 1 and V naught 2 given, that is the ratio is 2 by 1, that is the 2:1 is equal, whole square is taken both sides. So R plus H2 by R plus H1, because on a root square are cancelled, so he have taken the root, so that is means 2 square. Okay, so the 2 square means 4 by 1 is equal R plus H2 by R plus H1. So cross multiplication is taken. Okay, so 4 into R plus H1 is equal R plus H2. Okay, got it. So 4H1 is equal R plus H2. Okay, R is going outside, so 4R minus R plus 4H1 is equal to H2. So that is equal to 3R plus 4H1 is equal to H2. So H2 is equal to, okay, 3R 4H1. 3R, R is means the radius of the earth, 6,400 kilometers. Okay, 4H1, that means 4 into H1 height is given 100 kilometers. Okay, H1 is equal 100 kilometers. Now substitute in the equation. So 6,064 into 3 jar. So 19,200 plus 400 adding. So we get 19,600 kilometers of the height of the second short lines. So height of the second short line is 1900. So 19,600 kilometers. Okay, got it? So further discuss the chapter. So that is